Welcome back to A Minute with Chelsea. I am at Camp Brave Trails in California, and we'll get back to that. First, I woke up and I took a shower and I got ready for the day because I have all my luggage and things are finally less stressful. Then I walked up the hill to get breakfast. We were having bacon and hash browns and potatoes and egg. It was like the whole smorgasbord. It was the best breakfast so far ever. After we ate breakfast, I went around to everybody for all the COCOs, which are the co-counselors, and I took boomerangs of each of them and little video clips to kind of get everybody pumped up for camp because the campers don't get here for another 2 days. And now that everybody knows who their COCO is, which is co-counselor, I have plenty of time to go around and kind of get little clips and videos and say hi to each person and get them used to being on camera and kind of get them used to like how it's gonna go for social media, because that's the reason I'm at Camp Brave Trails. I'm running their social media with Samuel, and that was Samuel with me. After we got some video clips, we headed to the lounge, which is the staff lounge, and we did some medical training like CPR, and then we did some more staff training. We moved over to the bake-off tent, which is what we're calling this big tent. And after that, it was time for lunch. We had some salad. They always have a salad bar, and they always have a gluten-free option and a vegetarian or vegan option. We had chicken sandwiches and pasta salad, and then we did a training on our personality types. So it was like kind of like True Colors, which is something I'm certified in. And then it was time for golden hour, so I took some clips of Mariah because we're doing like an outfit of the day every day. And that's my office in this lounge where I can do my media work. I keep my laptop and everything there and my phone charger, and then it was time for dinner. Things are moving so quickly here because we're always running back and forth up and down camp. It's a huge place. After dinner, it was time to kind of move things around camp because campers are going to be here soon. We have to get everything set up and ready. That's my friend Avalon stretching because we were all like, let's go. But then we turned on Eye of the Tiger because Avalon was like, I'm going to run. And I was like, I don't think that's a good idea, friend. But we filmed a couple TikTok clips. Everybody's feeling themselves. There's Matthew having the time of his life. Just a little chair dance, just a little feeling yourself moment. He is adorable and I love him so much. Then it was time to decorate the cafeteria or the dining hall because this is where the campers are going to spend a lot of their time. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then a lot of meetings happen here. The theme for the Brave Trails camp session is Space Cowboy Rodeo Homo. So there are a lot of aliens, a lot of cows, a lot of chickens, and we cannot stop dancing all the time, of course, because that's what we do. I want you to know I blew up all of those aliens with my mouth, and it took forever. And then it was time for counselor graduation because we finished all of our training, and that's Roxy showing off our camp shirt. We all got 2 shirts, a t-shirt for Camp Brave Trails, and this denim shirt that has the emblem on the pocket since it's like a Western theme. And the best part is that the jacket on the inside is lined with like t-shirt material. And this is such a cute moment. There are members called the A-Team, and they're like the head counselors and the camp directors. And they wrote each of us a little card and a note, and they read it out loud. And then they would come up, we would go onto the stage, they would give us a hug, they'd read our notes out loud, and then they would have us graduate and give us our t-shirt. And it was super, super cute. Everyone here is so kind, and it's just a place where I have been told I love you at least 4 times a day by people I met the day before. It's just a loving, beautiful place. Like, this is where your soul feels beautiful and at home and happy. Everything is so psychologically safe. Like, I can't explain it any more than that. And I filmed every single hug because right now I'm working, since I'm doing the social media for Brave Trails, I'm working on a video that just has every single hug that happens at camp. So every time someone hugs someone, I'm trying to capture it on film or on camera so that I can use it at the very end for a slideshow. Just because I feel like it really captures the energy of this place, and I just think it's beautiful. Now, we're gonna go into something that's not lovey-dovey. My friend Avalon right there has decided that we're all going to have an arm wrestling tournament with the staff before the campers get here. Now, I am not super into competition, and this is not my thing, but y'all, it became the biggest competition ever. Everyone showed up. Not one person didn't come. We were all there, and by the end of it, it was like we were all just screaming. So how it went was we had a lightweight competition and a heavyweight competition. It was super fun. Like, everybody was just so into it, and like we were just screaming and clapping. People were running and people were like pounding on the tables and stuff. And at one point, like, we had so many ties where people were just holding hands and staring, and we were just screaming, "Let them cook, which is what was in the very beginning of this vlog. You guys know I do my voiceover like a week later, a week after the filming happens. So I'm watching this about a week later, and it's just adorable to me because I've known these people for a week now, and this was like my first night with them, my first real night getting to know them. And now that I'm looking back on it, it's just so much cuter because I'm like, I know all these people and they're just so wonderful. Look at those white knuckles. Like, we are into this. We're gonna slam the shit out of each other. I was going to play, but I'm not someone who has a lot of grip strength, and my wrists are absolute shit. And I really didn't want to get hurt my first night of camp, my first real night of camp, right before the campers get there, since, my job is holding my phone and filming constantly. Reese was like, okay, I'm out, bro, I'm out. I'm also really grateful that I know it's my job to do social media while I'm here, but it's really nice that people are really into it. Like they want you to film them. They like always smile and wave at the camera. They're really into it, which is like a nice reprieve from people being like, please don't film me. This was a very intense match. It went on for a long time. Like they just sat there. We were like, oh my God, is someone gonna win? Someone win. Roxy won. Sorry, Xena. That was a really good match though. And look, everyone is so sweet. Even if you lose or win, you're just like, oh, I love you so much. Let's hug. Don't you want to go to gay camp? Don't you just want to be here and like be at queer camp where everybody's queer and everybody's happy? I'm not gonna lie, it is like one of those places where it's like middle school because everyone is like, it's the first time a lot of people as adults have been in a space where everyone is queer and everyone is open. So it feels like everybody has like a middle school crush on everybody, but also everyone's besties for the resties. So it's just like this really fun experience that maybe you didn't get when you were in middle school. Maybe you didn't get to go to an all gay camp because none of us did. I don't know how to explain it except for if you're here, it just is so different. It feels so different here. I was honestly really shy when I first got here. I felt kind of like an outsider because a lot of these people have been here for years and years. This is not their first session. Some of these people were campers who then decided they wanted to be at counselors. So I feel like a newcomer, just like a complete newbie walking in on this scene of people I've never met in my life. And at first I was really, really nervous and I kind of felt really lonely. And that's not anybody's fault because everybody's been super, super kind to me. But like, I'm from Arkansas and you have to think about that. I come from a place where everyone is mostly Republican and conservative. And this is not something I've ever seen or been a part of before. And it just changes your outlook. It changes everything about how you feel. It's just, I don't know how to explain it. I just wish you could all be here. I wish you could be immersed in this queer culture. It just feels absolutely beautiful. Everyone is always respecting pronouns and being so accessible and kind and inclusive. You're allowed to make mistakes. You're allowed to cry. You're allowed to feel your feelings. And then we had a double match, a double arm wrestling match, like a rematch. And then Avalon was like, don't you kind of want to try it? And I was like, I kind of want to try it. I know I'm going to fail miserably. I'm so weak. My wrists are just going to break in half. And Avalon was like, okay, maybe the left hand. And I was like, okay, let's try the left hand. I know I'm going to be worse on the left hand. And spoiler alert, yeah, I got my ass handed to me on the left hand as well. Even faster than the right hand because I'm a weakling. Then it was time for all of us to walk back to our cabins. And I love you and thanks for watching.